I go express my make you express your I go express my thoughts. I go express my thoughts. To make you express your thoughts. I go express my thoughts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Wyattsdot production episode of Thoughts Express. I am your host, Mimi Bonnie, and today I'm joined with some lovely people here. They're going to introduce themselves, and then we're going to get right into the topic. So, would you like to start?
Hi, everyone. My name is Aisha. Follow me on Instagram at i.barrister.
It's your boy, Real Black Hole.
Differs from relationships in the past. Like how relationship differs from relationships in the past. Like how relationships used to be in the past and how it is now.
So wait, are we talking about like boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yes, we're talking about that type of relationship.
Oh, okay.
Romantic relationships. So like how does today's relationship differ from, maybe 10 years ago and 20 years ago?
I feel like nowadays nobody really wants to. I feel like people were saying like this book and stays forever because no one really wants to commit. Because I don't feel like people feel like there's a necessity. I don't feel like people think it's a necessity.
Yeah.
And I feel like that because even in terms of marriage and stuff, I know for sure like back then like marriage is definitely something like yeah we're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like now people don't want to get married because they're like. I feel like the society we live in, I just feel like the necessity for it and the need for it is just not
a little bit lower.
Yeah, it's just not there anymore. I feel like now it's like getting married is just for the aesthetic. It's not really like, oh yeah, because I don't really, especially nowadays, because women, the difference between women and men, a lot of women can provide for themselves now and stuff like
that. The roles are a little bit different now.
Yeah,
that definitely plays a part. Does have any opinions on that?
I feel like you're right with like the whole marriage thing. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are like, they're scared to get married, but not scared to like have kids. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's not enough marriages, and there's a lot of kids, a lot of baby mamas, and also I feel like in this modern world, I feel like I just feel like men don't really want to try anymore. Like I feel like some of them they're just like they're not really romantically into it, or they just want to have a good time. They're not really like.
What do you think? What do you have something to say about that, Black Girl?
You said men don't what? They don't feel like trying no more.
Yeah, they just want to have a good time.
Just want to have a good time.
Yeah, they don't want to like actually like.
Okay, so if men are not trying, why don't you put more effort?
Because women don't need no. Because like men and women is not the same. Like as a man, you should try. You should put effort in for the person you want to talk to. As a woman, I'm a person. I'm not doing the person. So why am I over here acting like I'm a person?
So this is what let's get it started then.
Let's get it started, but let's try and stay on topic. So we're trying to find the difference between relationships that
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day versus like what is the huge difference in those right now, especially when it comes to like privacy and things like that. Yeah.
So back in the days, there was not too much demands.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you go into a relationship, you don't expect like the other person to do too much for you. You know, okay, there's rules and everything in a relationship. So let's say if we go into a relationship, we know that the man is supposed to do this part of the his job, and the woman is supposed to do her part of their job. So but this day, everything is on the man. Like I want my man to do this, I want my man to do that, I want my man to do that.
I would say for this question, I think there's not really so much as a difference, except for like the technological advancements that we have, like phones and things like that. Back in the day, you had your privacy because you really wouldn't see each other as much. So I think there was like they were still cheating. They were still doing everything that they wanted to do. It just they weren't getting caught because there's no phones. There's no way to track it. She's not gonna see when you like somebody's Instagram and things like that. But now you kind of have the ability to see that now. So there's not much of a difference. It's just like we have technology now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think back in the days they were bigger on culture and religion. So
That
marriage was
too.
definitely
Yeah.
a big thing. Like you definitely, I mean, not always, but most people had to get married before having children. It felt normal, but now, I mean, you can have a kid and still provide for your kid without having a husband or a wife. So there's that. Now I think there are always roles. Like men always had to do what they had to do. Women
Yeah.
always had to do what they had to do. But things change, roles changed because now a woman can have a job and a bank account, so she can work and provide for herself. You know, and so in this modern world, I think some men don't expect women to ask or expect men to provide because they have the ability to work.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're a traditional woman, like you got to find a traditional man.
Yeah, talking about like, oh, women are able to provide for themselves and
Right.
things like that. Let's define the rise of independency and the me first mindset in the modern world. Like you said, women, we now have the ability to do almost everything that men can do. So I think that has created a sort of like, I can be independent. Why would I need to be in a relationship? Any thoughts on like the uprise of independency? Like, is that having a toll on relationships now?
Fine. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and this is for everybody in the chat room as well. If you'd like to speak, just let me know.
Where are you going?
Oh, you can say.
Yeah, which I think is normal to a certain extent. Because if you want to have a job and a bank account and not be at home and take care of kids and wash dishes all day, like I think it's okay to like chip in here and there, you know, pay some bills. I'm traditional though. I want my man to like cover the bills, but I also can't be a stay-at-home wife because I went to school. I have degrees.
Yeah.
I kind of have to put them to use, you know. So I mean, I guess like whatever choice you make, if you're traditional, you got to find somebody who was on that end with you, like who's also traditional and willing to make you stay at home or whatever you want. Now, if you want to work and if you went to school or like you have a good job, whatever, you get a man who's okay with that too. But I still think that a man should stay in his position as like the provider and the protector. So you still gotta like cover, I would say like most of the bills and you know. Yeah, but I don't want this to turn into a 50-50 conversation.
No, you're
left
good.
that in 2024. So,
does anybody else have something to say about the matter? Anybody in the chat room?
we want to hear from the man. What you think?
Like when it comes to people, and it's not only women, of course, like just people being a little bit more me first, like putting themselves first in this generation, because like you said, like a lot of people don't value marriage and stuff anymore, so everybody's kind of like selfish at in this modern world.
So I have a lot to say.
Oh, say it.
As she was talking about, we in the modern world now. We're not back in the days like the traditional people. They be like, okay, the woman is supposed to stay in the kitchen, and the man is supposed to go to work and bring the money home so they can feed the family.
Yeah.
But now I also have a different perspective too. Like a woman is supposed to work too. You're not supposed to sit at home. So if you sit at home and let's say I don't work no more and there's no income, how are we gonna survive? There's not gonna be no income coming from anywhere. It's we all down because you're not working, because you want to be a stay-at-home mother.
Why are you putting that in quotes? Stay-at-home mother.
Because
because you know being a stay-at-home mom is a job.
It's not a job.
It is a job.
It's not a job.
Taking care of kids full time is a job.
It's not a
It
job.
is a job.
You taking care of your own kid, it's not a job.
That is also your kid. So why don't you stay home and take care of the kid?
Because
who's gonna take care of the kid if you're not if somebody's not at home to take
because
care
you want me to go to work. That's what you want me to do.
If both of
So
y'all-
I'm doing my
if both of y'all
job.
at work, who's taking care of the kid? So you're saying you'd rather have somebody else bringing up your kid?
That's why you can work morning shift. He can work night shift. Like we can figure something out. You don't
need
stay
to
at
Stay
home.
home and take care of the child.
There's somebody in the chat
Then
room
you're
that
gonna
has
know how
something
it
to
feels.
say.
Oh, you guys can hear me? So
Yeah,
sorry.
no,
I was
you're-
mumbling. I was saying black people needs to stay at home to know how hard it is to take care of a child. It's a full-time job, Black Hole. It is.
That's what I'm saying.
Trust
We can
me.
run shift. You take care of the child in the morning.
even-
I come back. I take care of the child too.
Even though we want you to, yeah, but even though we want you to go to work and be a provider, also give us that respect of taking care of kids and realizing and acknowledging the fact that taking care of kids is a very hard job.
Nobody's
It's not
saying
easy, it's very
nobody's not giving you guys the props and the respect. We giving it to you.
But you
You're
just
getting-
said it's not a full time.
You
It's
sounded
not a
like
full-time-
you didn't.
no,
said
it's not.
a
You
job.
sounded
It's not a
like
job.
you didn't.
It's not a
So-
job.
It's not a job to take care of your own kid. It's not, a, job. Yes, because you taking care of your
It
own
is
kid.
a job.
Just because you're taking care of your own kid doesn't mean it's not a job.
It's a
Have you ever
full-time job with
like,
overtime.
Have you ever like babysat any kid ever?
Yes.
Okay, so will you be okay if we say it's a job and a responsibility?
Okay. Yeah, it's a responsibility. It's not a job.
Are you saying it's not a job because you're not getting paid?
No,
Like,
no,
that's the only
no,
premise
you
that
no,
put in.
no. I can pay you. I can like when you get a babysitter, you pay your babysitter, right? That's their job because they are getting paid. But listen. I know where you're coming from because I said when you get a babysitter, you pay the babysitter. So it's a job to you, right?
I think we're talking about a job in terms of workload. Like taking care of a kid is a lot. Like it is work. You are working.
Yeah.
You are waking up.
Of course, you're supposed to work. If you're taking care of the kid, you're
Exactly.
working.
So we're saying
But
it's
it's
a
not
job.
a job. You
You
work.
said you're supposed to work, but it's not a.
Okay.
Like, is it just a label job that's bothering you? Yeah. Does anybody else anything else to say on the chat room?
I just wanna.
Yes, I think we're
It seems
listening.
you guys are saying that taking care of kids is a job, and I want to ask that why not necessary?
What was the last part?
If it is a job, why not taking a salary?
Thank you, my brother.
Some men pay their wives. My mom stayed at home my whole childhood. My dad paid.
So no, when I'm giving you money to take care of the house, I'm not paying you. So you think if I'm giving you money to take care of the house because you looking after your own kid, I'm not paying you. I'm giving you the money to take care of the house.
Okay, but you're covering her expenses, right?
See,
so
all
the
this
money she was
discussion
going to
we're
take from
having-
the job, anyways, you're giving that to her, right?
No, I'm providing for you. I'm not paying
It's
you.
the same thing. If she had a job, the job would provide for her. You know, like the job would pay her, so she'd have money to spend, right? So you giving that money is the same thing. It's just coming from you and not from her employer.
We're gonna take you from the chat room. What did you have to say? I think you had something to say.
So Black Hole, your problem, like what you're trying to say is taking care of a child is not a job.
Yes.
It's a responsibility.
Yes.
By you paying a babysitter to take care of a child, it's a job.
Because you need their services.
Okay, see, that's how we keep losing the home values because we keep, giving our kids to these people that we don't even know what they're teaching our kids. So would you prefer your wife to take care of your child or you prefer your babysitter to take care of your child?
No, I prefer my wife to take care of the child.
And you think it's not a job for her to take care of the child. It's her responsibility.
Yes. So wait, hold on. If you give birth to your baby and your mom comes take care of your child, are you gonna pay your mom?
Well,
sometimes they do.
Yeah, I pay my mom.
Oh, you pay your mom to take care of your child for you, right?
I do pay her, but she's also teaching my kids home values that whenever the child goes to the school, he's not going to be confused with certain things that we now have in schools, going on.
People pay their moms.
So it's a win-win.
That's what I want to know too.
Guys, we love this topic, but
Why you gonna pay your mom to take care of your child?
Let's come back on topic. Yeah, we're back to privacy and social media habits and personal boundaries. So we're gonna go to the next subtopic, which is the era of independency and the challenges that it brings. So I think we touched a little bit of independency a little before, but when it comes to relationship, why is it there's so many people like choosing to be independent rather than being in a partner in terms of like when it comes to being private with your stuff? Yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. They just want respect. Yeah, girls now they just want respect because they know they are working for themselves. they're not about to come ask you for money, and you're gonna be like, oh, I ain't got no money, so no.
I think that the biggest thing is the fact that I know before, obviously, women weren't really working, and then there was men who didn't even know how to wash a plate. So, and it's like now.
You said what? Wash a plate?
And now, like, in the era that we live in, it's like everyone can provide for themselves. Relationships are about partnerships. And it's like, what I'm giving you something, you're giving me something back. But now it's like, I could give myself everything. So why do I need you to give me stuff if I'm already giving myself the same stuff? Now it's like relationships are more like accessories. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like a lot of people just want to like look good for the internet. And also I want to come back to what you said about like the independency and stuff, and like, so I feel like some women, in my opinion, I feel like some women want to be independent, and I feel like that's really important for women to have, because some people just rely on their partners too much. Because like, when you have a partner, it's not for sure you guys are gonna get married, you know, have kids and all that. So I feel like some women should really have that independence, because you never know what's gonna happen in a relationship. And I feel like when you lose that relationship, it's like you don't know what to do, you don't know yourself, you don't have that, you know, the I don't need you type energy. I just feel like women shouldn't really rely on men too much, especially in a relationship. But yeah, that's
yeah. No, I definitely agree. That's why I had said that it's like now I could provide these things for myself as well. And then the way that we're being raised, the way that people, the stuff that you see on socials or everything like that, it's like, or even like the music you listen to is very much like, oh yeah, I got this on my own. And I feel like that mentality should definitely be supported as well. I don't think anyone should just go into a relationship and fully putting 100% their trust on the other person, because you never know what could happen after. So I agree.
Does anybody else have an opinion on that? Anybody in the chat room?
Yeah, I agree. And not just because somebody can just decide to leave you, but anything can happen. Like they can get really sick and not be able to work anymore, and you're gonna have to be the one supporting the family, because if you get married, of course, like you said, for better and for worse, you know. So in that case, like, you definitely must have your own thing going on, but also, yeah, like, because you just never know who's gonna leave you for whatever reason. So
yeah, which comes back to our topic: how much privacy should exist in a relationship? So let's talk about how some partners interpret questions as actions, as controlling. So how would you feel if you're like going out on your partner's like, you can't wear that, you can't do that, stop doing that, you know what I mean? Like, at what point is it controlling, and at what point is it just, I want to be able to express myself, I just want to do me, or like, give me your phone, you know what I mean? Like, at what point are you, yeah.
No, I was actually talking to my friend about how people feel when it comes to, oh, let me check your phone. Because no, you actually can't check my phone. Sorry, no. And it's not like I have anything to hide, but I just feel like some things are only for me. And if you're going in my phone, like, you must be trying to play Russian roulette or something. Like, you just want to find something so bad. And it's like, if I don't give you a reason to feel like you need to find something, why are you trying to go do that?
Mm-hmm. So do you think it's controlling when they're like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, or like trying to preserve yourself to kind of have that type of that independency in a relationship? At what point is it just like, you're invading my privacy?
I feel like when it, like, even like with the way that people might dress and stuff, I feel like, okay, a little couple of times, like, oh, I don't think you should be wearing that, or da-da-da. I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I kind of like that, but but I feel like it does get to a point, like, you can't be. It gets to a point where you actually feel like you're in control of my life. Like, oh, I said you can't wear that, so what are you doing? Or think you could take my clothes and be like, oh no, you're not. No, it's like, no, because you're actually not my dad. So no.
So I'm coming from the man aspect right
Yeah.
now. So when a man tells you, oh, you can't wear that, it's not controlling. Once you get out, they talk about you and the man together, not you alone.
But I feel like if you're about to get in a relationship with somebody, you should know like I feel like when you get in a relationship with somebody, you accept them for who they are.
Of
You
course.
shouldn't try to change anything. You should know how they dress, how they act, how they are. You should accept it. So I don't feel like there's a reason to be like, oh, you can't wear that, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's just like I feel like it's controlling to me.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a difference between being like, oh, I don't want you wearing that, or I would prefer if you didn't. But to tell me that I can't, now I'm gonna do it because what do you mean I can't?
Pause on that. We're gonna read a comment real quick from Stephen Asari. He said, "Privacy is a human right and must be seen as such, but then most people feel it's okay to engage in activities that make them look super suspicious."
Valid. But I'm kind of confused. Wait, like what does he mean?
Let me reread it. Maybe I went too fast. He said, "Privacy is a human right and must be seen as much, but then most people feel it's okay to engage in activities that make them look suspicious." Because we're talking about right now, we're talking about clothes, but we're also talking about like privacy in general in a relationship. And he's basically saying like people engage in activities that make them look suspicious, like maybe
like liking like Instagram posts or something. Or
if you think that's private, it should be up to you.
I mean,
then yeah.
I mean, likes are public.
He also said, I accept people as they are, but y'all be doing too much. Y'all as in like people in general or like females. Michael also said, so you in booty shorts as a girlfriend and I'm saying it's too much. I am being controlling.
Well, before getting in a relationship, I feel like this is things you should discuss because some men are definitely. I know some men who are okay with their girl wearing a booty short, and I know some men who are not. So, if we got to the point of you guys being boyfriend and girlfriend, it's something you should have discussed.
Yeah.
And at that point, there's no switching up. Like, oh, I don't like when you do that. I mean, people can change. People can change their opinions or whatever. But that's discussions you're supposed to have.
I feel like if it really bothers a man, he can just go to her and they can just talk it out.
Right.
Just communicate like how you feel and y'all can come to an agreement. You don't have to like sound controlling like you're trying to.
That's what we're talking about. If I come to you and I be like, oh, what you wearing, I don't like it. That's not controlling, right?
Yeah.
Is that taking?
It just the way. It just depends how you deliver.
My question for y'all is that taking a little bit of her freedom of expression, or is that okay to be taking her, her freedom of expression? Like, let's say she just likes dressing like that because that's just how she likes expressing herself. At that point, are you being controlling, or like there has to be a balance between freedom and accountability, of course. But what is it at that point?
So I got a problem with if I'm your man and you come to me and like you dress inappropriate. I'll put it like inappropriate to me, and I tell you, oh, what you got on, it's not good. Can you go change it? But to you, you're gonna be like, oh, why are you controlling me? Right? But that's not controlling. I'm giving you my opinion because you're gonna step out of the house, and people are gonna see you, and they're not gonna criticize just you. It's gonna be me and you. So once I step out too, I'm gonna get some of that criticism. You feel me? Yeah. So I need to make sure that you are in place. I'm not controlling you. I'm supporting you.
But don't
too.
you think she, as a human being, she knows what she's doing? Like, we're adults. Why do you feel like you need to put her in her place? You don't think she knows that her skin is out, and like when she goes out, like your unit, she knows. So at some point, like, why do you feel like you need to be the person to put her in her place? You're not her father.
Yes, I know. I'm not your father, but I'm in a relationship with you. Yeah, because if I'm there, you need my support, right? You need my opinion, right? Relationship is not just about you. It's about both of us.
So if she's not taking your opinion as a way of like, this is how I express myself, like you're invading my privacy, well, how is that taken for you?
So you're not gonna listen to your man? Is it what you're saying?
That's not what
no. No, in general, so you means you're not gonna listen to your man?
I mean, is it a requirement?
Yeah, it's not by force.
That's a problem, though.
No, but it's not by force. It's like, I'm gonna take your opinion, but don't demand me, because don't give me like
anybody could give their opinion. Like,
yes, if I'm telling you, I'm not controlling. I'm giving my opinion, right?
Yeah.
But when once I say it, you're gonna tell me I'm controlling you.
Okay, but what if she just says, I just want to dress like this. This is how I like to dress. So what would your reply be?
Oh, that's how you want to dress?
Mm-hmm.
But when I met you, that's not how you dress.
See, that's a different situation.
That's what it is. When you meet a girl, let's say when you meet a girl, that's not how she be. But when she go into it, they start being different. And that's when we control you. That's not what
So you just
blatantly admitted to controlling.
I mean, getting into a relationship with somebody, you don't fully know them. Like the longer it goes, the more you get to know that person. Right. So it's just a matter of if you want to stay with somebody that is like that or not. I mean, if that's who they want to be and they don't want to change it and you don't want to be in that relationship, then that's just that. But like, I don't feel like you should try to tell somebody like how to dress or how they want to,
Yeah, it's about compromise too. Like, I think both partners have to meet in the middle. Like, if it's not too bad, let it go. If it's too bad, she can go change. That's it. Like,
it's always too bad. That's why we complain.
Let's take this. Let's take this comment. Stephen Asara says, you know how you met someone who seems so decent and after you get into a relationship with them, they start dressing weird.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we mean.
What?
And he also said, self-expression is not the problem, but the image that you create about yourself in the eyes of the people around. That is important to us. Michael Owusu also said, if you end it, if that's how she wants to dress, you end it. She wants to dress.
You move on.
You end the relationship because your girl is dressing some type of way you don't like.
No, if I tell you the first time and you keep doing it, it means you're not listening.
Hey, bro, I'm so confused
because you don't want to listen.
So like, does she have to listen to you? Like she's not like you're not her dad. That's like your dad telling you something, you don't listen to your dad. Like, she doesn't have to listen to you. If she wants to keep dressing that way, she can keep dressing that way. Why does she have to listen to you?
Then we move. Yeah, then we move. We end it.
Stephen Osari says, I think an agreed upon definition of decency should be included in the preliminary stages of romantic relationships.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So let's go through this scenario. Partner A posts a revealing photo. Partner B asks them to take it down. Partner A feels controlled. Partner B feels disrespected. How should they navigate this?
I feel like it's not that difficult to just be like, hey, I don't like that. You can take that down. And then I feel like as a partner, you should be open to listening to what your partner has to say. And yeah, like really just talk about it and actually take the time to listen to why they don't want you post and stuff like that. And that's it.
I need everybody's opinion on this scenario.
Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like, I feel like it just comes down to like, you just gotta know the type of person you're dealing with or the type of person you're in a relationship with. I mean, if you know what you want in a woman or a man, I feel like all those qualities should just like should contribute to if you want to be with them or not. I don't know, but also like she said, communication. I mean, like and I feel like men shouldn't just quickly just get so angry because like I feel like it could like misinterpret like what you're trying to say or how you're trying to express yourself. You could just like, just respectfully tell her how you feel because why are you doing your face like that? Like
that's what I just said though. If I come to you and I tell you, it's respectfully, like I'm telling you, but to you, you're gonna look at the other point that I'm controlling you, right? When I come to you like politely and I'll be like, what you got on? I don't like it. Can you go change it? But you're gonna go like, oh, I don't want to change it. That's what I want to put on, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'll be like, go change it.
Right. That's
See,
where you're wrong.
That's the controlling part.
Yeah.
Go change it.
Maybe you tell her why it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, like,
maybe you tell
you
her
know,
why you don't like what she's putting on. Instead
No,
of
I
being
don't.
like,
I don't need
"Go
to. I
change
don't. I don't need to tell you why. I'm
That's
telling. I'm telling you to go change because I feel uncomfortable. That's what I'm
Right.
telling
You could just say that, like, it's making me uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's
If I'm
it.
telling you to go change, it means it makes me uncomfortable. That's what I'm telling you.
Well,
I don't need to voice it out and be like, shit, this what you got on is making me uncomfortable.
okay, so you'd rather have her be like, okay, I'm not gonna go change and break up with her than tell her it's making me uncomfortable for whatever reason.
No, I'm not gonna break up with you on the first try.
Okay.
No, it gotta happen, countless time before I come to
Countless.
and I'll come to you and be like, yo, this shit is becoming too much.
Let's take some comments and then we'll resume. Stephen Asara said if she wants to keep dressing that way, then she can go find a different relationship to do that.
Exactly.
The audacity to keep dressing that way is wild. Hepzibah said, I mean, if she dresses like that during a relationship, she must have dressed like that before.
Exactly.
She also said, you wasn't complaining when she wasn't yours, but now she's yours. You want to change.
Yeah, because it's mine.
Oh, period.
Yeah, because she's mine.
Blacko said, if that is how you find them, then you have to accept it. Be a CIA agent before you start dealing with nonsense. Stephen Asar said, the fact that partner knows that it is revealing photo and still went ahead to share it speaks volumes.
Yes.
And Irene said, her body, her choice.
Okay.
So, like, what's revealing to you? Like, what's
You
like,
know what we're talking about. You don't.
like, all I hear is like booty shorts. Like, what else is like would be revealing? Like you just say no to.
So wait, when you see a revealing photo, can't you see? You're gonna know, right?
Yeah,
You know
It's
what
subjective. You can think something is too much and somebody else is gonna think, oh, like, it's
no.
okay.
We all know what revealing means.
Okay, in the summer, for example, like a woman wearing like shorts and like a crop top or something, some men are gonna think it's too much. But to her, it's hot. Like, she's outside, she's having a good time, and that's it, So
But
it's
wait,
subjective.
are you covering yourself though? With the crop top is covering you, right?
You don't like a crop top.
Yeah, right here, right? Yeah.
Well, look at
So it's not revealing. Why
What if
you?
there's cleavage?
It is revealing her stomach though, her legs. So some people do find that revealing.
This is why I said
Like,
it's subjective. Like,
yeah.
what can be too much to you is not gonna be too much to somebody
No,
else.
when we're talking about revealing, it's like we know what we're talking about. Like,
But we're talking in
gotta-
context of everybody's like subjectiveness here. So it's not just like what you find revealing. This is also what somebody else finds revealing. So at what point is like if you didn't find that revealing, somebody else did, and they said take that down. She doesn't feel like it's revealing. So is that control or what is they like? How would they navigate that? Stephen Osiris said, my relationship, my rules. Deborah said, you liked those pics before you got her.
Ooh.
And she said that behavior attracted you to her, so you should be content.
Hey, Mimi, I like that pic. That's why I'm attracted to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're with me, and now I'm seeing that, like, other men are going to see what I saw when I was attracted to you.
You
So
don't like
I'm
that.
trying to, keep it to myself. That's why we say, oh, can you change what you got on? Because if I saw what I saw before and I came to you and we talked and shit, I might be scared.
That's valid. That's valid. But now what I think is when you get her, when she's your girl now, well, before you make her your girl, you tell her that, oh, like when we're together, I don't think I want you to be wearing these kind of outfits.
Yes.
That's it. But you can't just expect her to like stop because you guys are together if you have not had this conversation. Because maybe she's okay with it. And you're not, and that's okay. So you guys have to talk about it.
Yeah, but I know it's not. It's a process. If I tell you to stop, I know you're not gonna stop. I know.
Oh.
So you're gonna take one step and to get there. But when I tell you to stop and you keep doing the same thing, like I tell you, okay, you got, let's say, I don't know what to say. Like you got like you wearing a dress and it's like a see-through dress, like a see-through dress. We can see what we want to see. And I tell you, you can go out with that. And you'll be like, that's what I want to wear.
Right. When you met her, was she wearing these kind of clothes?
Yes.
So,
Okay.
so
And
maybe-
did you tell her that, okay, when we get in a relationship, I don't think I want you to be wearing see-through outfits?
No, I don't need to tell you. When I see you wearing it, that's when I'm telling you now. But I don't need to come to you and be like, oh, when I met you, you were wearing like a see-through outfit. And that's what made me attracted to you. some type of way, but now I don't want you to wear that.
Let's see what the public is saying now. Stephen Osar said clearly that's far from what attracted him to her, and Hasiba said then don't pick girls that do those stuff. Hasiba said you can't make someone change when you in they likes. Stephen Osar says the problem here is she wasn't doing that before, and now she pulls a 180 and starts parading around looking weird and off. And Hasiba said that's why you have conversations like this, so it is not a problem. Now, if you're looking for, we have a movie that's coming out to put all this into perspective and reality. It's coming out in Ghana right now, and it is called Poisonous Affair. So we're gonna show a little clip, and then we're gonna give it to Hefty, who's in the chat room, to talk a little bit about it.
Remember the first time we met.
Premiering in Kumasi, SG Mall, Accra, Silverbird Cinemas, Tamale, Picona Hotel, Sunyani, Eastbet Hotel.
Are you on the chat room? Okay, he's not in the chat room, but like I said, if you're looking for a really spicy movie, they're pretty much talking about everything that we're talking about in here. So please go watch. The premiere is January 25th, and it's at the Kumasi Royal View Cinema, and also 1st February 2025, 7th February 2025, and 14th February 2025. I will be there, so make sure you're there. Let's get back on topic, guys. So we can go back and read some comments. Somebody has something for you, Blacko. Stephen Asar said, calm down, Blacko. If you say that that's how she dressed before you met her, it defeats our entire argument, bruh.
No, we being real, for real. Like, if I meet you online and that's how you dress, like, I'll make you know that's how you dress. But I don't like it now. I don't want people to get to you now.
Right, so you tell her that.
That's why I'm telling you I don't like what you got on.
Not when she's wearing and she's about to go out. Not at that point. But before you make her your girl and before you guys are serious, you tell her, okay, like when we're getting in a relationship, I'm not comfortable with you as my woman wearing that.
So why are small issues like social media habits and these dresses, like how are they becoming such deal breakers?
May I repeat that?
Like the small issues that we're talking about, like social media and like dressing and posting on social media, like they're becoming real deal breakers. And like, why is that?
Why are you looking at me?
I'm looking at everybody. Because you're the one that has a problem with it. Like you said you're gonna leave, right? If she doesn't listen to you and take that down. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they becoming absolute deal breakers in this generation?
It's because that's what everybody uses now. There are always deal breakers, but everybody's on social media now, so I think it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, and like some some women like they dress that way because it makes them feel good, and they think they look good, and it's not necessarily for any other guy to see. Mostly for them, they feel it looks good and they want to post it. And also, I feel like it's like deal breakers now, because I feel like a lot of I don't want to make disrespect and insecure be this like make it the same, but it's like some guys are really just insecure. And I feel like if you're secure with your woman, and like obviously you see how she dressed before, that's how you like her, that's how you like got with her, that's how you're attracted to, that's what attracted you to her. So it's like, why would you try to change it then? You know?
Okay, so there's a saying in Ghana that when you meet like a girl that's kata right? Aketesia. So when I met you outside and you were not like, you were all revealing, and now you're with me, you need to cover yourself. That's so aketesia. So you cover yourself for me.
What if she doesn't want to cover herself for her?
For me?
For herself.
For herself.
Like she doesn't want to for herself. Do we have somebody in the chat that has something to say?
Yes, I do. Actually, I agree with Black Hole. But in a sense, I feel like Black Hole should have, like, men should have a way to communicate better in terms of telling the woman what to do. You can't just say, go take it off or do this. Just find a way to, calmly and convincingly tell the person, hey, what you're wearing it doesn't look good on me when we go out. Can you find a way to change it? Kind of, chrono. Don't just go and be commanding anybody around, because, mind you saw that before you try to get with her.
Yeah.
And you're not with her. So try to find a way for her to not be doing that. Don't just go and you cannot be commanding anybody around, Black Girl.
So what I'm saying is that we're not commanding, we just asking, like, oh.
Yeah, but find a nicer way to ask.
So
you can
what's the nicer way to ask? What's the nicer way to ask a girl to, like, can you take what you're wearing off? Like, what's the nicest way?
You can say, oh, sweetheart, I really like what you're wearing, but I prefer you wear that when I'm the only one around. But whilst we're going out, can you change that so that other boys can see what I see? You can, find a way to convincingly tell her that she's special, you like what she's wearing, but you don't like her to take that out to the public. You can't just say, go take it off, I don't like it. You knew she was wearing that before you got with her. Like, you knew that was her way of dressing. Unless she started dressing like that after you guys got together. And that's weird. I know, dear, I don't agree. But if that's how she was dressing before you met her, and now you want her to change, find a way to lovingly tell her to change. And I think that's going to work.
So you just say, sweetheart, can you take what you're wearing off?
I'm not saying, say, sweetheart, can you take what you're wearing off?
What are you saying, that we just gonna sweet talk her?
I like what you're wearing. I like what you're wearing. I'm not saying go take it off. I like what you're wearing, but I prefer you wear it only for me. What if she's wearing something that's very attractive, but the fact that you're jealous, so you want her to take it off, but you like it? That's a way of telling her that.
So when you wear something that is attractive, we like it. It's not when you're revealing yourself. That's what we're talking about. You can wear something attractive. There's no.
Would you like you're not wear it when she's with you?
Say it again.
Do you like her to wear that when she's with you?
Yes. Because you are mine.
So why don't you find a way to tell her that you like the dress she's wearing only when she's with you, but not when she's taking it out to the public?
Yeah, let's read some comments here. They're starting to pile up. Michael said it doesn't defeat the argument because how she dressed before was a bait, and so why keep it when you already have the fish?
My boys are talking.
Hepzibah said not all women do it for men, and Max said it's a deal breaker because you're looking for external validation.
It's a lie.
No, it's not.
It's a lie.
That women do it for themselves.
You dressing right now? Do you like when you dress and you go out? Do you dress for yourself alone?
Yeah.
It's a lie. Don't lie to.
Max said
Lie.
it's a deal breaker because they're looking.
You know, people are watching you.
External
Right?
Hey, what does that have to do?
validation.
That's
If I feel good in what I wear, if I feel like I look good.
no. We're not saying you don't feel good. You feel good in what you wear, but are you just dressing for yourself?
Yes.
Come on, bro.
Stephen Astara said, even with that, we like what we see and came for you, and you agreed. You got to do it in private because guess what? You belong to us just as we belong to you. And he also said, good point. Then we can agree that if she keeps dressing that way, that means she is insecure, which is kind of weird. Max said, but maybe you keep the ones for for chops, so them for change. I think they just have a conversation. But Stephen Astara said, Hepzibah said, I gotta question you as a man. Will you change for a woman?
Are you talking to me?
You are the only man in here.
Yes, it depends. What you want me to change for? Like, yeah.
For the same reason you wanted her to change.
Oh yeah. If I got something on that you don't like me wearing it, of course I'm gonna take it off.
Steven said, if we have to tell you to take it off, that means you're being extremely inconsiderate because now you know it's something specially for us.
Yes.
And Max said, the thing is, if she chooses to do that, then you can look at others too.
Yeah, exactly.
Max, you losing me here. He said, look at other Nyash because she won't show herself because I be a lot of Nyash out there. A lot of men change for women every day.
I don't know why she doesn't agree with me. When you're going out of your house, you don't dress for yourself. Don't tell me you just go because you feel like, oh, it looks good on me, so I'm just going out with it. No, you take people's opinions too, like mindset. You just don't walk out of your house because you know. I didn't know I am fit. I'm going out.
So you think I would like dress for other people because of what other people think?
So wait, if you are going to work, do you dress for yourself? You dress because you're going like a place.
That's
a place of exactly. So when you are going somewhere and you are dressing, you don't dress for yourself.
Let's say I'm going out.
That's what we're talking about.
You don't. Same way you don't dress. You don't dress like you're going to a club if you're going to church. So it's all dependent on where you're going.
Yeah, it depends on where I'm going.
You don't just wear.
So what we're talking about is no. She made a statement. She said, I dress for myself because it looks good on me. And I'm saying that you don't just dress for yourself.
If we dress for ourselves, we will probably be, all be walking around with, inappropriate clothes. We actually, we don't dress for other people, but we are mindful of what other people think.
That's my point. That's my point.
That's not what you said, though.
Exactly.
Come on, bro. That's my point.
So,
you talking about, because
you
said it looks good on me, so I'm just going to go out with it.
Obviously, if I'm going to church, I would want to wear something appropriate to church. If I'm going to work, I want to wear something work appropriate. Now, if I'm going like
Walmart,
let's say I'm going to like a restaurant, like by myself. I want to eat there, take myself out. Then I'm dressing for myself because I think I look good in this. I'm gonna go out for myself. Am I going out for other people when I'm going to a restaurant to eat?
So you don't care about where the location you are, that people are there to look at you?
It depends on like how I dress, but either way, I'm dressing for myself.
So you don't take nobody's like thought into your head like, oh, this person might say something about your clothes.
No,
I think they think about the occasion as in like I'm in a restaurant, so I should probably
obviously
like wear something to fit for the occasion. But she's not thinking, oh, what is somebody gonna think when they look at me?
Yeah.
No, but so she said let's just base on what she said. She said once she's getting out of her house, she dressed for herself.
Yeah,
but that's a problem. Why you dressing for yourself?
What's wrong with dressing how you want to dress?
No,
for yourself.
No, I understand. When I was coming here, I dressed for myself.
I don't think
I'm mindful of what people might say, right? Mm-hmm. So don't tell me that you don't think about that. You just
let's read some comments on what I hear, guys. Let's take a pause.
But you can't just say, "Oh, I dress for myself."
Deborah said,
put anything on.
Men will wear flashy jewelry, hair transplants, and overly expensive hoodies to gain the attention of women while in relationships. And Steven said, if there's no change or compromise, then there's no point for the relationship then.
Literally.
Michael said, you dress for the occasion. Max said, men don't do that for any woman's attention. The person you know that is doing that don't like you like that.
No. I feel like a lot of men literally just live their lives for women, in my personal opinion. I feel like you guys go to the gym for women. You make money for women. Everything you do is for women.
As they should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
That's
As
what
they
that's what it is.
should.
Yeah, you right. Like men do everything for women. Too. Once they get you, it's over.
Steven said, let's not make this complex. People dress for people.
Exactly.
Dressing to
Like,
fit the occasion is basically dressing for the people you be meeting.
I don't know how y'all think, but that's
who's
not how
that?
I
Who's
think.
that? Who's that?
It doesn't matter. Let's talk about how we can find a striking balance between respecting privacy and fostering openness and letting the person, be free. Let's talk about like the where we can find a balance between respecting privacy and fostering openness, like respecting that she wants to dress that way or she wants to do this, and also like having some sort of boundaries about their openness.
So, to me, I feel like if you're in a relationship, I feel like there's not supposed to be a privacy. Like, there's no privacy in a relationship, right? No, I'm asking, is it supposed to be private?
Depends on what type of relationship you have, I guess. That's what this whole conversation is about. Is there supposed to be privacy in a relationship?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no privacy in a relationship. To me, if I'm with you, why are you keeping things, private or like, I don't feel like there's supposed to be privacy in a relationship.
I feel like it depends on the type of person you are. Like, I know me personally, I'm not. I feel like I'm a private person. Even like with my partner, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to see you every day. Yeah, I don't, cause it's like everybody needs their own space sometimes, and some people, it's like if you're constantly in their face or constantly in their business, like it just gets annoying. Cause it's like, why do you feel? At the end of the day, I have a life outside of you. Like, obviously me and you are together, but the thing is, it's like I'm my own individual person. You're my partner, but I'm also Isa.
Do you think there's things in a relationship that you should be able to keep to yourself that your partner shouldn't know?
No.
Like, what is the difference between being like between secrecy and healthy privacy?
There are different factors that determine that. If it's a new relationship, like obviously they don't have to know everything about you. But if y'all have been married for like 20 years, I mean, what is there to like, so it's not black and white like that, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Any opinions to that? We can leave some comments if not. People in the chat room. Do you have anything?
I mean, I think she has a valid point. It depends on if you're the kind of relationship you're in. If you're in a married relationship, there are some things that cannot be private.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in like an unsure relationship, like what we find ourselves or we find people in most of these days, then I think privacy is very important.
Maxwell said the only bad balance it is to love the person you love and make them happy. If you want to be in a relationship and act single, then be single. And Steven says, as it is in every aspect of life, there should be privacy, and that privacy should be respected at both ends. I respect your privacy, but that means you should respect mine. That's what keeps the peace. And Steven said, there's privacy in a relationship because you don't go to the bathroom to watch your partner take a dump. Some people do.
Right.
That's weird.
I was just be like, some people are very comfortable with their partners, and they don't. Where said, how is dressing up and showing your personality an act of being single? I think she was responding to somebody. So we've talked a lot about a lot. So what are some examples of respective compromises that could work in relationship when it comes to things like privacy and like secrecy and like what we talked about, like posting online and like what are some examples of respective compromises that could work? Because we don't just want to give the people problems, we want to try and give them solutions as well. Anybody can answer.
Are you talking about like examples of like things that would be private?
No, I'm talking about in terms of, I guess I can go first. Like communication is probably a respectful compromise. Like we were talking about, like if you communicate all the stuff in the beginning of the relationship, like I don't want any like I don't want us to have a lot of secrecy between us. Like if you have something, like I'd rather know upfront instead of you like keeping it a secret. Like if you have any crazy habits, just let me know. Or also, if you used to dress crazy in the past, you know you're about to dress crazy again, please let me know, because that's a deal breaker for me. So that's like an example. Yeah. Any example of respectful compromises that I feel like we touched points on a little bit of it, but we didn't go in full detail.
I want to bring up something, but I don't want it to bring like to.
No, you're good.
Okay. So, for example, having phones and like checking phones.
Yeah.
I don't check phones, but I want to feel comfortable like knowing that, oh, if I need something on my partner's phone, I can just get it from it. So, if I were in a relationship, I would be okay like with my partner knowing like the passcode to my phone. Yeah. Not because I want them to check, but just so they're comfortable. Like if they have to look for something, not like look.
So why are you giving me the passcode?
So he's reassured, so he doesn't feel like, and so he can look whenever he wants to, but not look to find something. Because I mean, if you trust your partner and if y'all are good, not doing nothing crazy, there shouldn't be any issues, right?
Okay.
Right, but just so like, okay, maybe there's an emergency, he needs to get in your phone, like he has your passcode, you know, right. Just that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Any other like scenarios or ways we want to talk about how to make this compromise work?
Why do you want to? What do you want to see in your partner's phone? That's my question. I always ask people, what do you want to see? Are you suspecting your partner? That's why you want to look into your phones, or you want to,
in case of emergency?
Because if that's the case, why don't you just walk away then?
No, we talking no. In case of emergency. In case of
what would
emergency.
you need to look into her phone for in case of emergency? Like I'm trying to understand what kind of
her
emergency.
Mom's phone number, her you know, whatever.
Oh.
And it doesn't have to be an emergency. It could be anything. Like maybe your phone died, you wanna order something from her phone. Like it doesn't have to be an emergency. There are a lot of things you can do in your partner's phone that is not looking for issues. So
it's going through her Instagram.
Oh,
why would you go through her Instagram? That's a whole another thing. No, this. Oh my god.
Okay, I think we're coming to an end here. Does anybody have any last thoughts? Anybody in the comment have any last thing to say? This would be the time to say that now. Yes, not. Any last things you want to say?
So
any advice
I have a problem with you. She said that when you get into not you. No. She said when you get into a relationship, you need to talk to your partner like, oh, when I met you, that's how you dress, but now I don't you need to change it. Like, you know, conversation wise, you know, you talk to her and like, but get into a fresh relationship. Why you asking for that? Like, you know.
Are you asking for what?
Like going ahead and telling your partner that, oh, when I met you, you dress inappropriate, but now I want you to, you know, dress like, you know.
No, that's not what I said. I was saying more like before you get in a relationship, you guys are going to get to know each other, right? Talk and everything.
Yeah.
You say what you like and what you do not like. That's how you get to know the person. Mm-hmm. So in that instance, you tell them like, hey, like,
I don't like
girls
that were revealing.
Right. Okay. That's it. Not when y'all are already together, because why would you wait that long? Because what if the person doesn't want to change? So you basically give them that option, like to be, you know, you get what I mean?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm saying before you make her your girlfriend, right? Mm-hmm. You guys will get to. Are you just gonna jump from talking on Instagram one time, getting her number, to like making her your girlfriend?
Yeah,
that's your problem.
Oh, it's like okay. Well, that's a different situation. But for what I know, you talk a little bit, you get to know each other, you go on dates, you spend time together, and then like you
too much, bro.
No, because it's like obviously, when you're talking to someone, you need to know like. Okay, you need to figure out who they are. Like, okay, you do this, you like this, I like this. Woo. So it's like, you tell them, oh, while you guys are talking, before you guys get into a relationship, like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, like, I think you're pretty and stuff, but the way that you dress on your socials, I'm not gonna lie, I would appreciate if you didn't dress like that when me and you went out with each other, because I feel like it reflects negatively on me and it makes me feel uncomfortable. And it's like, because if you don't say nothing, if you don't get to know your partner, when you get with them, now you're actually committed to them and you're in for like a load of stuff that you should have known already.
Okay, so I got a question for you girls right now. So if you meet somebody like in a talking stage and the person tells you, "Oh, I liked you because of how you dress, but now I don't want you to dress like that," what you gonna do?
We're not in a relationship, so you can't tell me how to dress.
No, I'm asking you. I'm telling you, I liked you how you dressed, like probably your Instagram post.
Yeah,
that's what made me fall in love with you. But now I don't want you to dress like that.
Now you don't want me to dress how I dress in my Instagram post. Then this is not gonna work.
Oh, okay. You?
I feel like I'm open to hearing other. Like, if you're telling me, "Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that's trivial," I'm be like, "Okay, so what would you prefer I do? What would you prefer I wear?" It's like, I don't have no problem like covering up a little bit more when you're around me. It just depends on how you wear it. You can sweet talk me into doing it.
Yeah, I agree. It depends on the delivery, like how you approach the situation, and also I feel like it depends on like how revealing the woman is, and like, and obviously there's always a way to work stuff out, because like, again, a woman should like respect a man's feelings as well, and like how like how he thinks like you should dress or whatever. But like she said, sweet talking definitely would.
Yeah, I agree. But also, like, that can't be the only thing, the only reason why you want to be with me, because of how I
like it's over. I'm sorry. For me, it's over.
Right.
Oh, so okay. I got a last question, so we get off.
Yeah.
So what if you meet your man and your man be like dressing, decent and everything, and now he got something like he got like going out and be wearing like see-through dresses and shit? What you gonna do? You gonna tell him to take it off?
We're gonna have a conversation.
Exactly, that's what we're talking about.
But
when it comes to your part, we're having a conversation. But when it comes to the man's part, we don't have.
We told you that in the beginning. We told you that you can have a conversation with her and let her know why you want her to change. But you said no. I'm just gonna be like, take it off, and you should understand. That is not what I'm saying. I said we're going to have a conversation. I'm gonna express why I feel like you shouldn't be dressing like that. And if you want to take it, take it. If you don't want to take it, I have the option to leave, because I did not come into a relationship with you dressing like that.
Okay.
Thank you. Any last comments? All right. Well, we have talked about a lot, and it
looks like you guys bullied me on this show.
I don't think we bullied you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
We talked
But
about.
you did a good job, Blacko.
Yeah, he did. He stood his ground for sure. Yeah, obviously.
It looks like this lady right here. It looks like he got a problem with me.
I don't think she has a problem with you. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. More of the story: have healthy communication skills. Some people believe in too much privacy. Some people don't believe in privacy at all. But in it all, make sure you're catching Wyattsdot production. We go live every other Saturday at 6. And like I said, thank you guys for joining me today. It was so lovely. And thank you everybody in the chat room and in the comments. You have done amazing, and we hope to see you later. Bye.
Yeah, let's us.
Remember the first time we met.
Premiering in Kumasi, SG Mall, Accra, Silverbird Cinemas, Tamale, Picona Hotel, Sunyani, Eastbet Hotel.